This poem is way too meaningful to me to even begin with preamble. So I'm going to start. I'm going to start it as soon as possible. The title is initially, for now, Nothing New Under the Sun, Form versus Nature. It was inspired by a comment written by the user Savannah That Siren or Savannah the Siren. And she commented on a video called Current Astrology and History. Savannah said, history doesn't repeat itself, but the universe certainly makes you repeat lessons when you don't learn the first time. So here's where the poem starts. We are not looking to the sky, we are bringing the sky to you. And so the day arrives wearing a different face, but asking the same questions. History does not repeat, it remembers. It tilts the room so the old lesson slides back towards you across a different table. A new year, a new leader, a new love, a new crisis, the same door. The world can sometimes be as large as our shadow, eternity bargaining with reality to renegotiate and renovate. History does not repeat itself, but the universe has a longer memory than we do. And it is patient in the way a tide is patient, returning with the same insistence until the shoreline finally admits it is changing. It sends the lesson back wearing a different coat, different decade, different flag, different household, different hallway, different voice saying the same old sentence with new teeth in it. It is not that the sky is a courtroom or that the planets are gavel and verdict. It is that pattern is a language and we keep pretending we do not speak it, because speaking it would mean responsibility, and responsibility is heavy in the hands. A nation forgets what it did and calls it inevitable. A person forgets what they endured and calls it love. We rename the bruise so we can keep touching it without flinching in public. Empires do not fall like trees, they fall like people. They fall like us. Slowly at first, with posture and perfume and speeches, with the confident lie of stability, with the ritual of looking away. But beneath the speeches is the same trembling choice, made by a single person with voice, standing at the edge of power, afraid to become smaller so something larger can live. Civilizations do not collapse suddenly. They refuse a lesson slowly. Stone by stone, they rebuild the same mistake and call it tradition. Nothing new under the sun, only the old patterns learning new languages. The sky does not rule us, it reflects us. There is always a moment when the mirror is offered, and the hand hovers and the room holds its breath to see whether we will look or decorate around it. There is nothing new under the sun, we say, as if that absolves us, as if repetition is proof of innocence, as if form changing means the essence, the form changing does not mean the nature and essence does not arrive again to knock on the same door. The universe does not need to threaten you. Sometimes it does, though. It only needs to ask you twice or more. It only needs to return with the exact pressure you avoided, the exact conversation you postponed, the exact truth you kept in a sealed drawer, because you loved how quiet it was. And suddenly it is everywhere, not in the sky, but in your calendar, not in an alignment, but in your choices, not in a prophecy, but in the way your body already knows what your mouth is still trying to negotiate. Some lessons come back as strangers, some come back as headlines, some come back as the same old argument in a new apartment, with different furniture and the same silence sitting beside and sitting between you like an unlit candle. So you learn to see the cosmos another way, not above you, not beyond you, but within your daily radius, within the width of your shadow, within the small decisions that feel too small to matter until they become the architecture of your era. When you want to know what the universe is saying, do not crane your neck for omens. Look at what life keeps requesting of you. Look at what keeps returning with its patient, relentless, unrelenting grace. When pressure gathers in the world, it is because pressure has gathered inside millions of private rooms where someone chose comfort over courage, certainty over truth, control over change. The universe practices through you. Every time you swallow the apology, every time you repeat the silence, every time you protect the version of yourself that already failed you, the world expands or contracts by the width of a human decision. This is why the moment feels familiar, not fate, memory, the same test wearing new clothes. A nation faces its shadow the way a person does, first denying its size, then blaming the light, then finally realizing the shadow is only proof that something larger is standing behind it. Nothing new under the sun, only the chance to become new within it. If you want to know what the universe is asking of the world, listen to the question that will not leave you alone. Where you feel the pressure, where the choice feels expensive, where repeating yourself would be easiest. That is the negotiation. Eternity leaning across the table of your life, not asking for perfection, only for difference, only asking for you. Because the universe does not punish repetition. It really does sometimes. It rehearses it until someone, something, finally answers differently. Because it is asking you what it asks the world. Once again, because it is asking you what it is asking the world. Have you learnt it yet? Or will you need the lesson again in another form, with another name, with the same sun watching, as if it has seen this before and is still hoping we will finally answer differently? And to bring it all together once again, the world can sometimes be as large as our own shadow. Eternity bargaining with our bodies, and reality to renegotiate and renovate. Love you. Thank you.